Hey guys, Nintendo here, and today we're going to be reviewing Super Mario Friends and Foes figure pack. One set, Jakks Pacific. On the top there's not really anything, it's translucent. On the sides though, we do have all the figures that are going to come in the set, which we'll get more into as we review. Same thing on this side, just oppositely printed. It's an official Nintendo licensed product. And it shows all the figures back here in nice renders. It says friends, and it even gives descriptions. Mario and Luigi, with the help of Princess Peach, Toad, and Yoshi, always do whatever they can to protect the Mushroom Kingdom. When not off on an adventure, these pals also enjoy partying, kart racing, and a variety of sports. Foes. As King Koopa, Bowser has many faithful minions under his command. This includes angry-eyed Goombas, sharp-toothed piranha plants, sneaky boos, and quick-footed Bob-ombs. Mario and friends better watch out. Yep. So, we're going to get into each of these figures as we go to the review. So here's all the figures unboxed. We got the friends side and we got the foes side here. So we're going to go from foes to friends first. So first figure we have here is the piranha plant. And the amount of posability it has is it can't close its mouth. But I think it can twist to the side. Yes, it can twist to the side. It's able to twist, so it has some form of posability. I think the leaf printing is awesome. They actually have a lighter green built in. The warp pipe is very nice built, and the teeth are sharp. There is a little bit of a missing paint right there, and some in the bottom teeth more prominently, as you can see. The red is kind of bleeding into the white here, as you see, so we don't like to see that usually with figures, and we like to see them all complete. But on the top here, everything looks normal. The spots look normal. So far, I don't see anything wrong with the top. So there we go. That's the Piranha Plant figure. Next up, we got Bob-omb. And so Bob-omb, he has fully colored white eyes, no translucency. You can see shiny navy blue, very nice. The black is, I think, printed very nice for the where the candle's supposed to be lit. The shoes are awesome. The shoes are posable. You can twist them to the side and kind of like mess with it. And so is this nice gold-plated wind-up section. I think is that able to be moved? Yeah, I think very slightly though. You got to be very careful though. I think it's not meant to be moved too much. But very nice. I don't see any faltered paint job on the wind-up part. So I think this figure looks really good to me. Next up, we got Boo. Boo, we just reviewed the Boo amiibo. But we have another Boo here, which has awesome eye detail. The teeth are still sharp. But I think we're having that same problem again. Where now the white, I think, is bleeding into the gums or something like that. I just noticed there's something wrong with the teeth. Very bad, in my opinion. But the tongue is, of course, very accurate. The arms can twist and turn. No, they cannot twist or turn. Can they twist? They can twist very slightly as well. So they can still move. But there we go. There we have it. And it has a dent on the bottom so you're able to pose him as so. Next figure we have is the Goomba here, and he does have disattached eyebrows just like in the video games. So very nice way they actually super glued, I think, the eyebrows front here, and it's very nice. It's also easily breakable, which is the sad part, but there's printed eyes. There's a indented frown, very nice. But again, the brown, again, it's a problem with the teeth. The brown bleeds into the white of the teeth, which I hate. I really hate that Jakks Pacific does that. And there's also a shiny brown for the Goomba. Very nice. The bottom actually moves, I think, very slightly. Yeah. Works? Works, yeah. It still works. Yeah. It moves. It's movable. The paint job down here is very good as well. There's also a little code there. The yellow inside of the shoes, and then, of course, the regular brown. So there we go. That's the Goomba. Next up, we have our main big bad, Bowser. Which looks very cool. The pupil print is amazingly small and perfect. Wow. But it's a very faded white as well. It's fading into the green a little bit. You can kind of tell. I've had a problem with this on the other Lego Mario sets as well. It's done the same thing for years. There's also a Bowser has a unibrow apparently because the orange connects all the way in the indent, which makes no sense to me. But okay. Then we also have a case of where the orange bleeds into the tan on the horns, but the hair, very nice, good job, no problem there. The mouth is good. The teeth, again, it's bleeding in. The yellow is bleeding in the white for the teeth. Hate that. Absolutely hate that. There's more of the cases of the tan bleeding into the orange here on the spikes more prominently. And again, the yellow bleeding into these tan spikes on his tail. And of course, the yellow bleeding into the white toes of Bowser. And the black bleeding into the white spikes on Bowser's collar. This is, I think, the worst case of the bleeding problem that Jakks has with their figures. I don't really like that, but I still think Bowser looks very accurate. I just don't like that he has a unibrow for some reason. That's weird to me, but okay, sure. Bowser has a unibrow for the first time in history. Alright, let's move on to our heroes, the friends. We got our main little man, Toad, with perfectly printed red circles on his cap. He has a perfectly printed coat. I don't see any problem. The arms are separate pieces, so the paint does not bleed in. Very nice. The shoes are nice and brown. The eyes are nice. It has the white dot exact. Very accurate. The mouth, I don't feel like it bleeds into anything. I think the mouth is well done. So I think this Toad figure is very good. Next up, we have Princess Peach. I feel like we're going to find problems with Princess Peach, as we've never gotten that many Princess Peach figures. The shoes are printed good. The shoes are, I think, printed very good. The red, everything. We don't want to look up there, guys. So there's dark pink around the figure. Nice. Doesn't bleed in. Awesome. I don't see any bleeding in, except I think I just saw. Yeah. The dark pink isn't filled around all the way, sadly. So the pink bled in. The light pink bled in. But the pearl looks nice. Nothing's bleeding in the pearl. Very nice, very nice. I think the tan is good as well. Very nice, very nice. I think the tan is okay. I don't think I see a problem there. Now we look at the face. Let's look at the face up closer. The print is nice. The white is bleeding into the blue a little bit on the eye, if you see on this side. The side I'm pointing to, this one. And then the eyelashes are good. The eyebrows are good. I think the lipstick is scratched a little bit with the tan, so maybe the paint job wasn't that good there. With the pearl, I think the pearl earrings look very nice. I see some tan bleeding into it though, so it's a bad thing, of course. The yellow, they always use the shiny yellow plasticky piece. Very, very good in my opinion. They actually do like very good. Then we got the gold, but yeah, the gold's bleeding into the, not the shiny gold though. Like we saw in the Bomb, it was very shiny gold. Why does she get a shiny gold crown? But yeah, the gold's bleeding into the pearls on her crown, which is not a good look for Peach. But that's about it for Peach. Next up, we got the Super Mario, my favorite. So let's see if they did a good job on him. So far, yes, no paint has bleeded in. I think the figure is very good. No posability on the legs, but posability on the arms. Let's see if it bled into his overalls. See a little bit of a fade, but not a bleed. This one has a bleed. That one has a bleed in. The M is good on his cap. I think everything's printed pretty good. There is a bleed of tan on his brown hair. I think it wasn't colored all the way in, so not good. Not good at all. Let's see his mustache. Do we have any mistakes on his mustache? No, his mustache is completely filled in. His eyebrows look to be completely filled in, and the eyes look very accurate. So Mario only has a couple of bleeding problems on the buttons, on his overalls, and his hair. Then we have Luigi, and he can't stand. Okay, that's already gonna dog points. He's not able to be standable. He's falling over. I don't know why. Let's see if he has the same bleeding problem with the overalls. Yes, he does. And let's see the hair. A little bit, slightly, but better paint job than Mario's for sure on the hair, so good job. I think we got a pretty accurate looking Luigi here, except he can't stand. That's gonna dock points. So let's go on to our last character of the heroes, which is Yoshi. Very nice. He is very posable. I think his legs are able to move a little bit. His head's able to move, and his arms are able to move, but maybe not the legs. But the orange is nice. I don't see any bleed-ins at all. So, good job. There's a couple of slightly off paint about his shell, and his horns on the back, or his little dinosaur or whatever. Yeah, there's a little bit of extra paint dolloped on the green here. And then, of course, we got nice eye coloring. It's not faded like Bowser's. So, again, very nice. Good job the way they did Yoshi. The indents on the noses is awesome. So, the mouth is looking pretty good as well. Filled in good. So, awesome. And that's going to do it for our characters. Now, I don't want to come off as too nitpicky here, but I get it. People make mistakes. Maybe the paint factory made a mistake. But there's no posability on the legs, surprisingly, and I know they can do posability on the legs. They just choose not to. But overall, I would give this entire set an A. Or a B. Sorry, a B. I would give this a B. I think it's a pretty good playset for your kids. It's all the main Mario characters put in here. But the paint jobs are a little off. I think this is pretty cool, but this kind of feels like something that a collector would get, not gonna lie, because it does have stand, like a whole stand for them and a whole backdrop for them. So if you want to make it feel collector worthy, you gotta do a better job on the paint job for sure. Don't slack off. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on all the DMtendo videos and turn your notifications on. And bye guys, DMtendo out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.